Hi everyone, I am pleased to be your speaker for this special video for the Fira show. I am Mathias Carrière, I'm the sales director at Naïo Technology. At the moment we are at the Tech & Bio exhibition in France, and I am with Oz, our robot for vegetables and market gardener producer. So our robot Oz, as you can see, is dedicated to a different producer and farmers. Our first range of customers are vegetable producer on a litter surface, on organic most of them, but also on a more classic way. We also have seed companies and all the aromatical herbs. And at the end, this robot is more able to help all the farmers with specialized crops and a little surface between 1 to 10 hectares. The main task is able to do, and it's part of his versatility, is first the sowing, then all the mechanical weeding tasks, so weeding and cultivating, but he can also prepare the furrows in order to plant all the vegetables. And it can also help farmers during the harvest, carrying the harvest for you. At the moment we can say that Oz is able to work on a lot of different crops. As we talked before, all the vegetables can be cabbage, onions, leeks, garlic, lettuce, all those vegetables. And it can also be used on seed production, aromatical herbs, flowers, and some tree nursery and vine nursery. At the moment, the 200 robots, the 150 robots are working in a really different use case. So some information about our robot Oz. Which is quite important. This robot, it's easy to implement. We don't need to be a software engineer. You can easily take the lead of the machine and use it for your farm. Which is quite important to know. It's first that this robot, it's 100% electrical. You got all the battery inside, so easy to charge on a classic way. We also have a GPS RTK antenna. So obviously to have a good guiding system, we need to create a map. So you can use this antenna to create the map on your seeder, your own seeder, but you also can use it when you are doing your seeding with your own Oz. So in this situation, you can see the robot seeding, but also creating his own map, which is quite useful then when you will go back in order to weed your field. Other important points about the robot, behind you have a versatile way to use tools. In this situation there is different kind of tools for mechanical weeding, but we can also add a seeder or a sower, we can add a mowing system and a different trailer in order to carry the harvest. How to use it? It's quite easy at the moment. If you already have your map created, you just put the map inside the robot, and then on the settings, you just give him some information, the way for the U-turn, right side or left side, and then you can launch it. When the robot is working, he's able to do it fully autonomous. So you can leave the field and do other tasks, harvest your tomatoes, the robot will be directly in the field to do the mechanical weeding, for example. At the end of the plot, when he just have finished his mechanical weeding, the robot stops. He did not move and send you a message on your mobile phone. Hey, I've just finished my job. You can take me to the charging area. So after, it's quite easy. You take the robots, you carry it on your trailer or on your truck, and you put him in the charging area. You plug it directly to the classic system, charging system, and in 8 hours you can reach 100% of the charging. The capacities of the robot is able to work between 5 to 10 hours, depending on the tools and the settings you have behind him. And regarding the yield capacity, is able to reach half hectare to 1 hectare. That's quite important in a day of a farmer. You know that you can use it in each plot in order to launch a different task. So how to start to use well your robot hose? First, with the remote control, you take the lead of the machine and you put the robot at the beginning of the row. So here is the plot, the robot is facing the row, and now you can leave the remote, you put it on the robot, and we are just looking to the setting. So in this situation, we will do an autonomous walk. So I validate. He's loading the map we have already recorded before. So here is the map. We validate this map. He is walking on tracks. He can also walk between tracks. The number of way, so in this situation, 1 way per row. The recurrence, he will do the plot once. And the U-turn, row by row. The speed in this situation, because we are walking over the row, close to the crops, a bit less than 1 km per hour, but we can go a bit higher, 1.3. Next row to the left, so the plot is on this side. Ready to go? Yes, of course. Warning, the robot is starting, and I take again the remote in order to set the tools. And here we go. And I let the remote control on the robot. It means that the robot is fully autonomous. So you can see the robot hose doing mechanical weeding over a row, and we are close to the end of the row. So the robot will detect the end of the row and it will stop. At the end of the row, the robot stops and he pushes up the tools in order to make a safe U-turn. The target for this robot is to reach the next row at 70 centimeters. He's doing something quite easy. He got 4 motors. Each motor is driving each wheels. And so you can see with the difference of speed of each wheel is able to turn and reach the next row. So the robot stops at the beginning of the row and takes the time to put the tools on the soil. And then he will restart to weed. So we will let hose following this row and continuing to make a nice mechanical weeding. Some information about safety and certification. The hose robot have been certified a few years ago. As you can see here, we got the CE certification for hose. This robot is the number 156. That means we have already more than 150 robots in operation in the worldwide. Concerning the safety, it's quite easy. This robot is not so heavy, less than 200 kilos, and not so fast, less than 2 kilometers per hour. It means that there is not a big risk concerning human injury. That's why with just a little bumper in front of him, we are able to stop him immediately if there is a contact with somebody or something. The last safety system is thanks to the GPS RTK. The robot is following a map, and obviously his job is just to follow the route. If he's going a bit far from the route, it's not logical, so he will be stopped immediately.
Je m'appelle Aurélien Gonard, j'ai mon exploitation qui est dans le nord de l'Ardèche, à Saint-Cyr, à côté d'Annonay. Je suis installé avec mon père, on cultive maraîchage et fruits. Et j'ai acheté le robot il y a déjà 1 an, donc j'ai fait toute la saison avec. Ça nous a fait gagner beaucoup de temps. On gagne à peu près 1 journée par semaine, voire plus, quand les parcelles sont toutes pleines.
Hey Hugo, so we've been using Oz for a year and a half now, and we are a hybrid vegetable seed company based in New Zealand. We have approximately 30 tunnel houses with crops in them, about 100 meters long. We've found that Oz has saved a workload dramatically for us, and we spend a lot less time doing manual labor with the help of Oz.
Je suis Rémi Foltet, je gère avec mon épouse une exploitation de plantes à parfum dans le Var. Nous avons environ 4 hectares de culture, principalement des roses de mai et de la tubéreuse pour la parfumerie. Nous avons fait l'acquisition de Oz au début de l'année 2021 avec l'ambition de lui confier la gestion du désherbage et de l'entretien du rang dans les tubéreuses, ce qui s'est avéré dans cette première phase de test très concluant. Oz s'occupe du traçage des parcelles, de l'ouverture des sillons de plantation et ensuite en cours de saison de l'entretien du rang et de l'interrang. Le bilan de cette première saison est très encourageant puisque grâce à Oz nous avons réussi à diviser par 10 le temps de désherbage manuel et nous avons considérablement réduit la pénibilité en dégageant du temps pour des tâches nettement plus gratifiantes que le désherbage.
We would like to thank you to follow us for this Oz presentation. It was a special presentation for the Fira event, and we are really happy to show Oz in all the specification and all the situation in the worldwide. I would like also to thank all the customers who managed to take the time to explain how they use Oz. We are able to answer all the questions you had. Our sales team is available, so don't forget to ask. At the moment, Oz is a really versatile robot, and we hope it will be a solution in many farms of the worldwide.